This week on Maker Update, your phone as a pet, your grandpa and a fish, engineering with air, and a box for your digital footprint. Hey, I'm Donald Bell, and this is Maker Update, our weekly roundup of new and notable DIY projects and tips from across the internet. I hope you're doing well. We've got a great show for you, so let's get started with the project of the week. Back in June, we briefly covered this AI robot pet project from Britt Cruz on the Art of the Problem YouTube channel. The idea was to create a little autonomous talking pet robot with the minimum amount of hardware. It would teach itself how to walk, interact with the world around it, and each robot would be the unique result of its environment. Well, there's already a dramatically better version of this project available, and you can try it yourself right now for free. The big breakthrough came when Britt realized that instead of wiring up a Pi 02 with a camera and a microphone and a speaker and a gyro, that it would be a lot easier and more accessible to just drop in an old smartphone. Most of us have an old but still functioning smartphone sitting in a drawer somewhere. Why not make it a robot? Any old iPhone or Android phone will do. You can even go out and buy the cheapest used smartphone you can find, and it will probably work. To test it, and you can pause this video and grab any phone and try this right now, open the browser and head to growbot.dev. After a short setup, you can start interacting with a bodiless version of this AI pet right away. The phone acts as the brain and allows the robot to see and hear and speak and understand its orientation, but to get it walking on its own, you have to build a little body for it. There's a build guide for making this two-leg body using a Raspberry Pi Pico 2W, 2 servos, a driver board, and a battery pack. Everything plugs together with no soldering. There's a basic 3D printed shell it fits into. And because the phone connects to the body hardware wirelessly over your Wi-Fi network, all you have to do is attach the phone with some double-sided tape. As robots go, this might be the crudest, cheapest design we've ever featured on this show, but combined with the phone and the thoughtfully designed AI pet experience, this could be the most important and accessible hobbyist robotics project I've ever seen. If you've ever wanted a pet robot with its own unique personality, an ability to recognize you and learn and remember and react, this is it. You can have that right now with an old smartphone and some electronic components you probably already have. Britt is charging a one-time fee of $20 for full access to the software, the build guide, 3D files, and the Discord server where people are sharing builds and modifications and helping each other. If you're curious to learn more, you can find links to everything down in the description. More projects. Now here's a real AI robot ethical curveball. From Mr. Industries on YouTube, a video on how he created an AI chatbot based on recordings of his dead grandfather and gave it the body of a big mouth Billy Bass animatronic fish. Now at first blush, this sounds like a horrifying, unethical, crass, dystopian use of technology. It could easily have gone in that direction.
Well, I'm actually trying to finish a video about you, and I'm not sure how to end it.
I used to talk too long, and what I learned was this: once the truth has been said, anything after that is just noise. If it's a video about me, don't end on facts, end on the feeling.
However, to my surprise and delight, this project video ends up being one of the most emotionally uplifting, tear-inducing videos I've seen in weeks. And I think it demonstrates an important topic we really should be engaging with. How can AI and technology provide us comfort when we're grieving the loss of someone? Is it helpful or creepy or fundamentally immoral to digitize and in some ways synthesize people in the pursuit of preserving and honoring something about them? It's a challenging topic, and this video explores the ethical minefield of grieving in the age of AI in a way that's much more earnest and nuanced than the title would lead you to believe. Changing gears, what would you do if someone asked you to make a life-size inflatable sculpture of a T-Rex and it has to move? Sounds tricky, right? Well, thanks to the Human-Computer Interaction Lab at the Hasso-Plattner Institute, a project like this could be relatively easy. They've developed a pneumatic system called AirForce, which takes a single dimension of tube and intelligently folds it to create inflatable structures. The system makes use of a custom Blender plugin to translate 3D designs, place actuators to create motion, and automatically create labels and instructions for assembly. Using compact tool battery powered blowers, each with their own wirelessly addressable ESP32 microcontroller, parts of the structure can be programmed or triggered to inflate or deflate on command, like contracting a muscle. On their project page, you can find the academic paper, demo video, and link to the plugin code on GitHub. And from Alessia Rocca, I just love the look and concept behind this piece called Replica. The project is part hardware and part browser plugin. You keep it connected over USB while using your computer, and it creates an algorithmic profile of you based on your browsing behavior. This is the same thing companies and websites do invisibly with your browsing data, but at least with this device, you have your own visible record or data double on how you're represented. The e-ink display keeps a running summary of your profile. Then, using the interface, you can deliberately modify, amplify, or poison aspects of the profile to shape how you're seen online. It's an interesting idea, and the chunky modular design is something I really like. Now for some tips and tools. From Hideto Kikuchi, a guide on how to output full HD video graphics from a Raspberry Pi Pico or ESP32 board using only a USB display adapter. There are other methods for getting video display from these boards. However, this technique seems to offer compatibility with the widest amount of display types. It also offloads some of the video signal processing to the display adapter at a resolution of up to 60 Hz. From MIT, a fresh look at a 40-year-old design for a 3-sided zipper that can be used to create custom rigid shapes from flexible material. The idea for the Y zipper was originally created by MIT professor Bill Freeman, but with recent advancements in 3D modeling software and 3D printing, it's now much easier to prototype designs and quickly test out uses. There's an academic paper describing how they're engineered, but unfortunately there aren't any shared 3D files you can use to try it for yourself. Just based on the paper though, you might be able to reverse engineer it. For this week's DigiKey Spotlight, check out the latest video from Zach the Bite-Sized Engineer. If your utility company has installed a smart meter on your home, chances are that your energy usage is being wirelessly broadcast as an unencrypted signal that you can read and repurpose. In this video, Zach shows how he connected a software-defined radio receiver to a Raspberry Pi to pick up this smart meter signal and integrate it into his home assistant for feedback on how he's using energy throughout the day. Check it out. All right, and that does it for this week's show. Be sure to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, or leave a comment. Always love reading the comments. A big thanks to DigiKey for making this show possible, and thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.